Ladies and gentlemen, what to do next? And that is a model slash diorama that I've been wanting to do for quite some time, and I've never really couldn't figure out how I really wanted to do it. A lot of it was I ran out of time, either building for others, something hobby related, model wise. It just kept pushing it back further on the back burner. One of those I wanted to. Something I've been wanting to do for a long, long time. So we are going to do it, and that is the Sahara Ironclad. And I love the movie. I love the book. I think it's just one of those. It's just a great, great show and book. It just is. It's one of those that if you want to know something about me, I like history with a touch of fantasy in it. Now I know this is a fantasy movie, but it does have a little historical in there, which is like the opposite, but anyway, a little history with a little touch of fantasy, just a-okay. But anyway, I've been wanting to do that for quite some time, and I finally figured out how to do it. Atlantis reissued the old Lindbergh kit, which indulge me here just for a few moments. This kit came out by Pyro. Pyro came out with the first. You got both kits. Then Lifelike. I don't know if they bought the company, inherited. I don't know really how that happened, but they came out with it. I have that version. Atlantis came out with their version, which is the reissue of the Lindbergh version. Lindbergh added the C base, which I thought diorama plus the Sahara Ironclad. So the base is basically really thin back to form. We're going to fix that once we get a little started. But it was good size and everything, and I wanted because you don't necessarily have to paint ocean. You can paint sand, and we're going to do a little modification, making the like for example, it's kind of like on a dune here, so we'll do something like that on this side. But anyway, that's down the road. We'll get to that. But first, we got to start on the ship. And this is as far as I have got on it. And the movie and the book is based on the CSS Texas. And if you look up the Texas, it is nothing like this in the show. When they built it for the movie, they used the Texas and the Virginia. They kind of matched them up, and I thought, that's how they did it. So, now that's the Merrimack, which is also the Virginia. So, that works out really, really well. I only know one individual, and I don't know his name, but he did make a kit of the Texas for the Sahara version. So, this is going to be my little take on it. It's going to be close, not 100% exact, but that's what we want. We want, it doesn't look like it. So I took the hull, I cut off the front and the back, and I reshaped it with styrene. Got the appropriate length so it'll fit the, because that actually, see how it extends further, and I made it mine where it's more squared off, like in the show there. And of course, if you look at the Texas, it's like flat, and it's more skinnier, but the Virginia here, it's pretty much about the same. It's pretty much about the same in the show here. So I whacked off the back here to get the angle. I cut everything off on the top, which is the smokestack and two vents, which they're really out of scale, just saying. But anyway, we'll fix that later on. But I did got that fixed up. I went ahead and filled in all the holes, and the secret to filling in the holes, I don't use Bondo anymore. I call it liquid putty. That's MEK, yellow styrene mixed up, and you make different thicknesses all you want. The only thing is, once you apply it, you just got to wait for it to dry. And once it dries, it's as hard as the kit itself, and you just sanding plastic on plastic. And over the years, I've been slowly trying to get out of Bondo and all that, and just strictly go to, liquid putty. So I got a few more I got to put on, and I pretty much had to sand off most of the detail on it, which we're going to add. I had to go to the local hobby store because I did not have none, because I don't have one handy. Evergreen has odds and ends. Odds and ends always had strip in it. I never had to buy strip unless there was something specifically that I had to buy it for, but it was always in the odds and ends. The new odds and end packages now do not have strip in it, and it just burns me. That's always what I bought at the hobby store. But anyway, I got the correct diameter, so we're going to start lining up the, I don't want to say bulkheads or strip there all the way across the hole. We'll start adding the detail after I get it all sanded. It's got a conning tower. Not too bad. I got it pretty close. Mine's a little, mine might be a little different, but anyway, I got to finish sanding that to shape. But anyway, that's as far as I got on it. You can see where I cut everything out. And I just got to wait till everything gets dried, and so I can just finish sanding, get the rough shape on it. And then there's one, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try to cut out a few little sections on the bottom of the hole here, just to you know, look like you can see inside. But that's before I glue it together. But anyway, I want to try to do something like that. Add a couple holes in there so you can see inside of it, you know, when they go in, and use the cannon to fight the helicopter. But anyway, hopefully get a little more done, and I'm just waiting for everything to dry so I can, of course I don't like to bore everyone with the sanding, but the Sahara Texas is, or excuse me, the Sahara Ironclad is taking shape. So anyway, that's what I got going on today. We are starting the Ironclad, and I'll give you a little preview. I want to try to, you know, it's floating on water, but I'm going to do it like that pretty much, and then we'll build up the sand dune on the back here to hide where the monitor is on the thing. And I've always said this before I go, some model companies do it, and that is you know, they can take an old kit and make a new kit. You know, they can make the Sahara technically now. You know, if it was a, just say it was a Virginia, you know, they could easily take that and make a movie kit. Now I know about the license and all that, but I always thought, you know, you could take an old kit and turn it into basically a newer kit. You know, if that makes sense, or that's just my level of thinking. But anyway, that's what I got going on today. We are starting the Sahara Ironclad.